We are supposed to have this good receiving core, and yet you're dropping the ball.
T.O. is notorious for drops.
We would have won that game. We would have won the game if they would have caught the ball on at least 2 of those. They could have dropped 2.
We would have won the game if McKelvin would have held onto the ball.
Hi, my name is Sean Lauer. This is Nakia Franklin. This is Justin Zane. Welcome to the Buffalo Bills pregame show for Week 2 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But the top story really is the last game. It was, abysmally, frustrating. It was typical Bills. They've done it past 3-4 years out of season tickets, and it's just getting old. What do you think about that?
I'll say it was a big punch in the gut. I can say it felt pretty bad, but nowhere near as bad as the home run throwback or wide right, you know?
Yeah, definitely. What do you think?
Unfortunately, it is typical, and it's sad that we're used to letting things go and that we haven't learned how to win and we haven't learned how to shut it down. And even with the fumble, you still think the defense at least could have come up with 1 or 2 stops. Scoring once, maybe, but for them to come back and win, that was the worst.
Yeah, they definitely played a very bad don't score defense, as we talked about before taping the show. And that's crucial. They need to learn how to do that. So, all right. And the next story is the injuries to Chris Kelsey and Posluszny. Posluszny said he should only be out 6 weeks, and Chris Kelsey said he wanted to be back this week or possibly next week, so that's good. What do you think about it?
Well, when Paz stepped off the field with injury, it was a big hole in the defense there. You noticed that the tone of the defense changed. It went from the Bills being attacking to letting the Pats take it to them a little bit. And for him to be out for 6 weeks, that's going to be a big loss there for that time. Marcus Buggs just can't compare to Posluszny there. As far as Kelsey goes, we still have Denny, we have Aaron Maben. I think they're going to be able to fill in fine for him.
All right, our next story is the defense of the Buffalo Bills. What do you think about the defense?
They played good, like you said. They run stopped good. The thing with Tampa Bay is they have 3 good running backs. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up against, Cadillac Williams, Derek Ward, and Ernest Graham, who was a starter who's now a 3rd string. So it'll be interesting to see if they can stop all 3 of them.
Yeah, against the Patriots defense, they have 3 top running backs too, and we played very well, so hopefully we can continue that this week. All right, it's time for the 2 Bills topic of discussion. Our first Bills topic discussion of the day comes from Schnooks the Kid, and he wanted to know, would the offensive line of the Buffalo Bills be better with Jason Peters? He played pretty well with the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you think?
Well, yeah, you're right. He did look good Sunday, and that's what he's perfectly capable of, but you look over the past couple of years, he was getting lazier and lazier. He's with a new team, so the new environment probably helped him out a lot. I think that, no, if he was still in Buffalo, he'd still be a fat, lazy turd. Best way to put it. I like what Demetrius Bell is becoming. Hopefully he'll be a better lineman than Peters is at this point. Yeah,
and stop with those false starts. All right, what do you think?
Would they be better this year? Probably not. Like he said, the last couple of years that he's been here, he wasn't doing anything while he was here. So the change of environment might have did him good. The money also probably wasn't incentive for him. But would they be any better? No, I don't think so.
All right, and our second Bills discussion of the day is, of course, Leodis McKelvin, top story of the Bills. His lawn was vandalized by 2 kids, and what do you think? I think it's a joke.
Buffalo Bills fans, we get the brunt of everything, and I hate to say it. We have a bad reputation as being complete jerks inside the stadium, and we get made fun of for all the shortcomings that the Bills have had over the years. Honestly, you do something like that to a player, you deserve to be beaten over the head. Best way to put it. A kid like this that has so much potential in McKelvin, you don't want to scare him to the point where he doesn't want to play in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Be nice to the players that you have that are helping you out.
Yeah, it's definitely ridiculous. Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, it just shows the immaturity of a few fans that makes the rest of us, look bad. It's a different story, if you want to heckle them on the field, but to go to somebody's house, you just kind of cross the line with that.
Now it's time for Justin's Trivia Corner.
Hi, this is Justin's Trivia Corner. Each week, we have the two Bills topics of discussion, and we also have the trivia question of the week. If you're one of the first two people to answer the trivia question correctly on any forum, you will be able to help us determine the two topics of discussion for the next week. The best way to do this is to go onto YouTube and subscribe to our videos so you'll be able to answer the questions first. This week's question is, in the Music City Miracle, who was the first person to touch the ball on that play? This has been Justin's Trivia Corner, and on to the offensive breakdown.
Thanks, Justin, for that Trivia Corner. All right, the first topic of discussion for the Bills' offense involves what they did last week about how they're going to do this week. In my opinion, last week, Trent Edwards moved the ball very well, and that has to do with Lee Evans and Terrell Owens getting doubled up and getting more room underneath. That also includes Fred Jackson running the ball, being able to run the ball a lot better because of that more room underneath. The crucial thing for me is, can we exploit this Tampa Bay defense that got scored 34 points on last week against Dallas? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, yeah, you're right that having T.O. and Lee being doubled, that's going to be huge for the run game and our tight ends and our running backs just on passing downs alone. Tampa Bay is not the same defense as New England. New England is one of the best defenses in the league. Tampa not quite there anymore, especially with Monty Kiffin no longer there. I think that Fred Jackson, Xavier Omon will be able to run the ball a little more. I think that Edwards will have more time in the pocket and find the open guy.
What do you think about the Bills' offense? How do you think it's going to do?
They looked good. The O-line looked a lot better. Trent Edwards had a lot of time to throw the ball. With, like you said, with Lee Evans and Terrell Owens being doubled, Josh Reed got a lot of catches and he actually held on to the ball, which made it a whole lot better for us. So, like you said, the running backs, Josh Reed, and with the weak defense of Tampa Bay, hopefully Terrell Owens will get some catches and he'll be happy this week.
Yeah, that was very crucial last week, in my opinion. They had 4 third downs that they dropped balls. Our receivers who are pretty good, and that really, in my opinion, was part of the loss last week. So hopefully we don't do that again this week. All right, now it's time for our keys of the game, and my key of the game is the Bills receivers. They have to catch the ball, and we have to get third down conversions. That's really the only way we're going to be able to do that. What's your key of the game?
Oh, I agree that our playmakers in general, I think that we'll also have to have our line being consistent, our young line needing to get more push, especially with a weaker defense in Tampa. I think that if our line can get the push, they're going to win the game.
All right, what are your keys of the game?
I think it's the defense. They kind of gave it away at the end of the game last time. They didn't hold the pass. They let them score twice. So I think the defense is going to have to learn how to close it out. So we can, if we do score a lot of points, we can't let Tampa Bay come back.
All right, and now it's time for our picks of the game. All right, my pick for the game is Bills 38, Buccaneers 17. First home win. That's good. All right, what are your picks?
I'd say that the Bills are going to have 27 and the Buccaneers only 20.
All right, what do you think?
I'm with everybody else. The Bills are going to win, but I think it's going to be 27-13.
Okay.
All right, and our producers' picks are...
I picked actually the Bills 20-17, close game.
All right, that is all the time we have for you now. We also like to thank Two Bills Drive for putting our video on their page. We will see you next week against the Saints.